All right. Time for another comic review, and this is another book sent to me by my friend Chris. Chris, thank you once again, brother. And today we're going to be talking about Bishop War College. This is from the Krakoa era of X-Men, and also I know some people constantly come on here and like, I never liked the Krakoa era. I did. Sue me. I genuinely really liked the Krakoa era of X-Men and really hated to see it go. And every time I see like a someone like I'm going to talk about this right now. Every fucking time I see like someone hating on the Krakoa era of X-Men, it's for all the dumb reasons. Oh, they turned into a bunch of hedonistic cult, like a hedonistic cult. And I'm like, no, they didn't. They're making their own society with their own rules after being genocided for I don't know since time immemorial. Oh, the X-Men turned into a bunch of dicks. Oh, you mean like they shouldn't just lie down and present their neck to the executioner's axe? Keep going, I'm curious. Because there are some valid arguments, and I'm not going to say the Krakoa era of X-Men was absolutely perfect. But what I will say is that I feel like a lot of the over hate for that era, a lot of it is surface level shit. Anyway, so Bishop War College. This is during the like I said, the Krakoa era, and centers around Bishop making his own team of mutants who are essentially made to be like a defense, the first line of defense in Krakoa. And this is it's hard to tell where in the era it is, because this is like after Moira is now with Orchis, and there's some other stuff with Fei Long, one of the major heads of Orchis. There is some stuff going on in here that was like, all right, this has got to be after Inferno, right? Sometime after Inferno, I imagine. So yeah. So Bishop essentially is like trying to get this group of mutants together in order to be like a new first line of defense in the for Krakoa, but Bishop's pushing them too hard, and they're starting to get mad about it. Which I'm kind of like of the mindset. I was like, yeah, Bishop, why are you I get on one hand Bishop is like a veteran from a future where the mutants are like decimated or forced into slavery. So on one hand I get it, but also like some of the mutants he has, I'm like, they've seen frontline combat like Surge and Armor. So I'm like, yeah. Also, shouldn't you be like doing this with X-Force instead? But yeah, I do. I'm of two minds about it. However, the group gets attacked by the Fenrius twins, Adrius and Andrea von Strucker, and they're working for Orchis in order to burrow. It's the dumbest plan I've heard. It's like the dumbest evil plot I've heard in the Krakoa era, where they're sending the von Strucker twins with Orchis, which I'm like, already we should know that like Krakoa would sense there's non-mutant life on there. And yes, the von Strucker twins are mutants, but like at the same time, it should also like Krakoa should already be signaling to the mutants that like, hey, something's wrong. But like I said, it's like, oh, they're digging into the pit to release like Sabretooth and all the captured mutants and then let them loose. That's the plan? That's fucking stupid. Anyway, so during the skirmish, Bishop accidentally, due to another mutant's powers, he gets thrown into another universe where mutants are thriving. Yeah. So it's also kind of cool because it's like all the everyone is like of African American descent. So you have like Xavier, Summers, all of them. It's a really fun scene. But the problem is, it just feels like, here's my problem with the comic, is that it really tries to justify. It's like, oh, Bishop takes things too seriously. I'm like, yeah, of course he takes things too seriously. Also, the whole alternate universe thing just kind of feels like some way to delay Bishop from. It just feels more like it's not telling a story. It just feels like more of, we're sending Bishop away to this other universe so his kids can learn a lesson, because their powers get dampened. So they have to defend themselves. It's nothing you haven't seen before, and it's not really, at least to me, it's not telling a story interesting enough. Even though, yeah, the idea of Bishop going to a universe where mutants are free and all that. It just feels more like Bishop is just being sent somewhere else so the kids can deal with it, and they all learn an after-school special lesson. Yeah, that's really the end of it. Bishop, I like. He's never been like a major X-Men character for me. Probably because like I know him best from the era of like the Civil War era of X-Men, where Bishop tried to kill Hope, and Cable was protecting her from him. So Bishop, there are stories with Bishop I like, but Bishop has never been like a mutant I'm like, yeah, Bishop. And also, this comic does nothing for his character because like it doesn't say anything that we haven't already known about Bishop the character. There is some like it is cool to see like Armor and Surge, because I grew up in that Young X-Men era, so it was cool to see them. And then Strucker twins are like two pieces of shit that I love to watch get punched. Because remember, folks, there's nothing wrong with punching a Nazi. So yeah, it's kind of a skip for me. This doesn't really tell a major story. It is a cool it is a interesting miniseries, but it's not telling anything interesting with Bishop. And and in the end, like Bishop's whole thing of like nothing is meant to last, it's kind of somber to read something like this now that the Krakoa era is over. So yeah, because like everything Bishop said came true. Yeah. Anyway, so there you go. I know it's kind of a dour note of a review, but like Chris always tells me to be honest in my opinion on it. And that one I'm like, eh. Anyway, so Chris, thank you once again. And you guys tell me in the comments below if you've read Bishop War College. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought. Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time, the Multiverse.